Hey guys, this is Andrew coming to you. I'm replacing a solenoid that went bad. My truck was stuck in fourth gear. It just went out yesterday. Went up to O'Reilly's, ordered the part, came in today, broke everything down, drained the fluid. One thing you should do is if you're taking or breaking down the internal components of your transmission, while you're inside, change the filter and drain the fluid. That's a rule of thumb. I've seen a couple of videos when guys would say, don't worry about draining the fluid or don't worry about changing the filter. Just a good rule of thumb. If you're putting everything new inside your transmission, do it all the way, i.e. the filter and the fluid. So I broke everything down. I'm finna show you my truck now. Good rule of thumb is to wipe everything down on this. You want to make sure all debris. I even clean my pan. I even cleaned it. Washed it down. Cleaned out the gasket from around it. Very easy. It's about 4 steps that you need to follow. So here we go, guys. It's pretty clean. Wiping everything off. Pretty much drained it out. Make sure you have a bunch of cloth or old t-shirt or something you really don't care for to wipe it down. Drain it the best you can. As you can see, I'm inside my garage. I made a pretty good mess. But I pretty much got everything wiped down clean. Alright. I'm gonna pick it up. That way you guys can see the rest of the fluid draining out. As you can see how dark the transmission fluid is, so it was time for it to be changed. And it felt gritty. Metal on metal parts. A lot of that stuff just really turned into powder. So as you're wiping it down, you can see the metal residue, the buildup. But for the most part, this is the part is still pretty clean. Transmission fluid is basically like a detergent. Just keeps washing the internal parts of the transmission as you're going. All right, let's take a walk. As you can see, I got my truck jacked up. Like I said, this is a 2012 Dodge Ram Sport. Real quick, I'm gonna show you guys a few major parts. Like I said, this wasn't a bad job. So as you're doing it, you have to disconnect this cable, of course, disconnect the battery. That's what I did. Disconnected the battery all the way. As you're disconnecting this red clip has to be all the way down. Red clip all the way down. Disconnect. Of course, you have to take your pan. All right, you have to take that down. there are 15 bolts that actually come out. You have to torque them down. Remember, it's 15 bolts. And it's 50 pounds per square inch when you torque it. Just remember, 50 inches. Alright, make sure you have a pen or whatever you use. Just make sure you're resourceful, because it's going to make a mess. But other than that, guys, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah. After you take the pan off, you only have two parts: your filter and the actual plate that the solenoid sits on. Alright, guys, I hope that was helpful. I'll be coming to you soon for more how-to videos.